one of the women I worked with said she went to a grief group after she lost her partner, and she one day went home from the grief group and threw open the door, her back door, and said, "Come in, grief, I'm ready for you." And what a symbolic action. What a beautiful way to show that she was going to stop stuffing it and move into it. And this is only going to become increasingly important for us to understand as individuals and as a culture. Because even before these tremendous losses we've suffered with the pandemic and the projected losses, which are horrific, we were already experiencing, I am part of it, the graying of America. Over 77 million baby boomers, and 8,000 to 10,000 a day are turning 65. And 65 is still young. I still consider myself in late middle age. But we do know that, no one is immortal, and health tends to decline for most or many after 65. We hope we're not among them, but it happens. And so we know that a lot of families are going to experience loss in the next 10 years. This is one of the things I've been trying to say to corporate America. Healthcare already knows this. They're trying to prepare for the growing number of aged, but businesses don't get it. Most businesses, I shouldn't say that. That's too painting everybody with the same broad brush, but some businesses don't get it. They don't have any grief support programs in place. They have all kinds of employee wellness programs in place, yoga and guided imagery and journaling classes and, wonderful things, but rarely is grief acknowledged in the workplace. And so here we have all these millennials who are no longer the youngins that we might have once thought of them. The leading edge of the millennials is about 40 now. So these are folks with their own children and in the middle of their careers. And they are very quickly becoming a new sandwich generation. And in many ways, they have it even more challenging than I did, because I had my children younger than a lot of millennials do. And so at least my children were raised by the time I had to enter into care for my parents as they became more frail. But millennials who've often had their kids a little later are still actively raising kids and taking care of elders at the same time. It's even impacting them financially. It's just something for all of us who are sensitive to the trials of others to be aware of. A significant percentage of millennials are spending part of their salary on elder care already while they're still raising kids. So I think I won't want to be I don't want to be depressing by any stretch here, but I'm very strongly convinced, and I bet you are too, I'm probably preaching to the choir here, that to comfort the mourning is a mandate of the church. It's not optional. It's an important part of the mission that churches have been entrusted with. And I think it's time to up our game. And that's one of the reasons that I'm going to speak on Thursday about ways in which to use my book or poems that you find on your own, not here to sell books, in the ministry, which is only going to enlarge.